According to the U.S. Department of Justice, the statute of limitations are defined as federal or state laws that restrict the time within which charges can be pressed. They are designed to prevent fraudulent or stale claims from coming to light after all evidence has been lost or memories forgotten. While in some cases this may stop ludicrous charges from coming into a courtroom, rape allegations are often anything but ludicrous and should be prosecuted no matter the time since the victimization.
Tell us about therapy. It's okay, just take some tissues.
When I was 15, my boyfriend and me were at my house. And then he forced me to have sex with him.
Oh, terrible. It's okay. Would you like some more tissues? Here. You said that your boyfriend was abused as a child?
Yes, his dad sexually abused him as a child.
Oh, that's terrible. Did any of them go to jail?
No, he just had to do some community service.
Oh, horrible. How are you doing? How are you coping?
It's been 2 years, but I still have nightmares and I haven't dated. My doctor diagnosed me with PTSD.
Oh, that's so horrific. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. According to a study done in Britain, men are 27% more likely to become rapists if they themselves were raped as children. Children often exhibit a monkey-see, monkey-do type of behavior, so if they themselves were sexually abused as kids, it is no coincidence that they become rapists when they get older. Also, they tend to abuse their victims like they were abused as children, and the more deviant their sexual abuse was as children, the more likely they are to become abusers when they get older. Thank you for coming. You've been very brave.
Thanks for having me, Shirley.
According to our friends from the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape, there's a 50 to 95% chance a woman will get post-traumatic stress disorder post-rape.
And now we welcome to our show Officer Pete Henson, who's going to be talking about the legal effects that the statute of limitations has on our world. Welcome, Pete.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, Pete, I was on the internet the other day, and I was looking up some facts about the statute of limitations, and I found some very interesting statistics.
Yes, explain.
Well, for instance, according to the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape, 72% of victims do not report their attack, and then if an arrest is made, there's a 50-50% chance that an arrest will actually be made in court, and then there's only a 68% chance that the rapist will go to jail.
Yes, that is very true. The men who do go to jail are only there for about 128 days.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh. A few people are trying to change that, though. Did you hear about the case in Phoenix where they decided to change the statute of limitations?
No, I haven't.
Well, they had this rape case where the men didn't have any evidence made, but then they found new DNA evidence, and so they decided to change the statute of limitations so that it starts when the arrest is made and not when the actual attack is made.
Oh, very interesting.
What do you think about this?
Yes, I think that's a great idea. I think we're really getting onto some stuff. We'll get these dirtbags in jail for good.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. It's nice to have you, Officer Pete. I hope you come back soon.
Thank you.
According to the National Crime Survey, only 1 in 20 rapists ever spend a day in jail. That's only 5%.
And now we welcome to the show Dr. Laura Wexler, who's going to be telling us about how the statute of limitations hinders closure. Hi, Laura.
Hi, thanks for having me here.
So, Laura, does it help the attackers knowing that their rapist is locked up in jail?
Yes, it really helps them. It really does.
Do a lot of them get that, though?
Not many. It's really uncommon, but we have to really cope with what they're doing.
That's just terrible. You know, according to the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape, I've read that victims are 3 times more likely to develop psychiatric disorders. Have you seen that in your line of work?
Yes.
Actually, we had a girl in here today. She had post-traumatic stress disorder. Is that common?
Yes, it's really common for girls in their teens to have these kind of disorders.
Oh, that's terrible. Like eating disorders?
Some may go to that, but a lot go to drugs and alcohol.
Oh, that's terrible. It's terrible. So when you put a time limit on it, Does that, like, hinder them in any way? Force them to remember things if they're not ready?
Yes, it takes a long time for them to be okay with, being with other people, and they have to...
Oh, that's terrible. And I would imagine, remembering that painful thing before they're ready would just set them back.
Yes, it really does.
Does it take, like, years or months? Or?
It depends on the person. If it was very severe and serious, then it will take them many years, but if not, maybe months.
Do you think that if we remove the statute of limitations that we would have a better chance of them actually healing in a healthy way?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lauren, so much. Thanks.
As you have been watching my show, 3 people have been sexually assaulted. According to a survey done by the Department of Justice, every 2 minutes in the United States results in another rape. Americans pride themselves for having punishments fit the crime and providing all with a fair trial, regardless of the charge. There is nothing fair about a dismissal due to the statute of limitations time limit, just because the victim could not come to terms with their terrible ordeal in a timely manner. If the statute of limitations were changed, victims could come to terms with their ordeal on their own terms. The cycle of abuse would stop turning, and more rapists would be brought to justice.